Today we're here to talk about habits. The reason I'm making this video is because I need more friends who talk about habits and why we need them in life. I mean, what's the use of them? Habits are essentially what we do on a regular basis so that our brain doesn't put so much effort into doing them. Like, any Newton's law, as it says, anything that is in motion wants to stay in motion, anything that is stationary wants to stay stationary, because the energy that is put into the changing the state is so much, and that's what our brain's job is to minimize the effort that we put into anything that we do in life. And that's where the habits come in action. I mean, habits are things we do on a regular basis. It could be daily, it could be every other hour, or on a repetition. That's what habits are, and that's what makes us human nature, behave in a way that we do. And if we build the right habits, you see a lot of successful people. I mean, the way they get successful is because they build that foundational habits that lead them there. It's not about, okay, I want to earn this much, I'm going to be able to earn it. No, it's more like, what are the habits that I need to take to see the money the way I want to see it. It's not about actually reaching somewhere. It's about building habits and personality in a way that we end up there. It says opportunity favors the prepared. Why is that? That's because if you do things in a certain way on a regular basis, you'll just end up in a pot full of opportunities because you have been training for it. It's not like you didn't want to go there, or it just happens. And that's what habits do. And I feel like we need more friends who talk about habits and the importance of it. And that's the reason I'm making this video, to talk about habits. Habits are essentially what we do on a regular basis, and the way we build it. Like, everyone's trying to build a habit or trying to avoid something. Let's say I want to get fitter, I want to avoid sugar. I mean, the way I'm going to be able to do it is it's not like I should cut all sugar in my life. It's more about how can I try to minimize what I do. And we're going to talk about the ways we can build habits. The first step to make a habit is to realize why we want to build a habit. Like, let's say I want to learn something new, or I want to get fitter. Like, the goal is to hit the gym, and my goal shouldn't, the first day, it shouldn't be, okay, I want to be the best possible in the first week. No, the goal is to take small step. And the way I do it is I try to make it obvious. Let's say I remind myself, okay, tomorrow I want to go to the gym. So I prepare my outfit, I put my shoes right by my bed, and that's the time I wake. And I put an alarm as well, let's say for whatever time I want to wake up and hit the gym. And let's say I'm going to tell my trainer or someone at the gym or my friend that, okay, tomorrow we're going to the gym. So that what happens is, okay, now I already know what I want to do. Because once I've told myself, okay, this is the habit I want to build, the first is make it obvious. I told a friend, I held myself accountable, right? And so next day I wake up, I see the shoes right by my bed, and I'm like, okay, this gives me a cue. Second step is giving yourself cues of things you want to do. Like, you put up an alarm, or you put the shoes right by your bed, or you tell your friend so that they ring you in the morning. So make it obvious, make yourself accountable, or someone else, so that you are held accountable for doing something. And then once the intent is clear, you have made it obvious. The second step is to make it irresistible. Let's say I want to get fitter. I've already made it obvious by putting my shoes right in front of my bed. As soon as I wake up, I see that the alarm rang, I woke up. That's the second thing. Third thing is making yourself accountable. I told my friend that I want to build the habit of, like, being fitter. That's the habit I want to build. Like, that's the personality I want to build on. So I made it obvious, I made myself accountable. Now, to make it irresistible, let's say I want to be fitter, but 2 days I go in a row to the gym. The third day I feel lazy, I feel tired, or I have some soreness in the bones or in the muscles, wherever in the body. I'm gonna give myself excuse of not going there. But let's say, for example, there's a girl that I really like in the gym. So that's like making it irresistible, giving yourself, your brain, the cues to make it irresistible. Or it could be the tastiest protein shake that you're gonna get after it. So you treat yourself after a habit. Let's say you go to the gym, after the gym, not only you get to see that girl or talk to her, or you can also like get a smoothie, like you treat your brain, give them a reward, so that okay, now you want to do it more, right? You've made it attractive, irresistible, so that you're gonna want to do it. And then of course, the way we build habit is not by like okay, giving yourself reward, doing this. It comes with a whole package of doing small steps, not expecting yourself to be like the best on the first day, in the first week, on the first month. It's about building a personality, telling yourself that okay, I am the kind of person who wakes up early, I'm the kind of person who hits the gym daily. It doesn't have to be daily. That's what, don't put yourself in the pressure or the limelight that you have to do it every day. No human, no tree bears fruit every day. No one can produce the best every day. The goal is to take small steps. Let's say today I don't feel too good, I just want to hit, maybe I just want to go for a run, or not even run, I just want to do something, or maybe yoga or stretch. That's it. That's all you have to do. Don't put yourself in the pressure that okay, just because you want to be fit and you have to do it every day. No, that's not how it works. So we build habit in the brain saying that okay, I'm the person who does this every time he wakes up or she wakes up. You wake up, you do some bit of exercises or movement so that you get your blood going in, and that's how. Don't put pressure on yourself, and that's the way to go about it, and that's the way you're going to build the habit of being. And eventually you'll get there and you won't even know that, because you were enjoying the whole journey of doing this. So the goal fades from going to the gym to being the person who just works out. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be the most muscular person. It's just the way habits work, and you just have to train your brain in a way that, and of course understand how the brain works. I mean, you gotta keep pushing it and treating it, pushing it and treating it, and that's how the loop is. And no pressure, like that's how you'll become eventually. Let's say we all talk about motivation. Let's say I feel like I'm a motivated person, but do I have it every day? No. You train your brain in a way and you tell yourself, okay, this is the kind of person I am, and that's what gonna build habits. I mean, I feel like, let's say if you resort to motivation from outside, then it's gonna fade away easily. But let's say we talk about, there are some people in our life who are so highly motivated all the time, and we question like, how does that not happen to us? I mean, I feel like the way we can keep motivation throughout is by having these intrinsic motivators, which essentially are a couple of things, I would say. Like, one is curiosity. Curiosity is what makes us wonder and want to do stuff, right? Two is mastery. Like, let's say I wanna get better in the gym or work out, get better in the physique or overall fitness. So my goal would be to get better every day, and so curiosity ignited the passion, and then mastery took it to another level. And the third is, I would say, autotelicity. Autotelicity basically means getting fun from doing the thing. It's like, when people say, oh, I've been, like when you ask your friend how you doing, and then they just say, oh, I'm just grinding. Why have they been grinding? Like, then we question, like, why have I not been grinding? Well, maybe, but it's all about, some people just love that grind, and they just keep doing it over and over again, because they've built the habits. They've trained their brain in a way that says, okay, this is the kind of person I am, and this is the way I do stuff. So autotelicity is getting pleasure from that grind, right? Let's say, for example, I fly drones. I'm an aero artist. So when I fly drones, I don't care about anything else. Like, I'm getting so much pleasure in getting those new perspectives of the world around me that I don't need another motivator outside me to tell me. Like, whenever I see something new, I just go do it, and it's just the way motivation works. And the fourth, I would say, is autonomy. And that's what the most important thing is. Sometimes we say we have to hit the gym at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or first thing in the morning. And we put so much pressure in ourselves saying that, okay, once I wake up, I have to do this. But let's say I don't feel too good in the morning. I partied last night. I don't feel too good going to the gym 8 a.m. in the morning. I want to do it later, maybe. So that's where autonomy comes in action. It actually means being able to do things the way you want to do them and having full control of your day, time. And that's how you're going to build the habits of being accountable to yourself. And those are the kind of habits that's going to last. You see all the people where they're just fully motivated all the time, and that's what I think they're doing. They're highly motivated because they don't need extrinsic motivation. Let's say some habits are built through outcome. I want to achieve this, and once I achieve it, the goal just fades away. I mean, what's next? I'm lost. I don't know. So what am I gonna do next? I'm gonna resort back to my old habits, and that's where the whole loop is. We want to do something, we achieve it, and then that's the kind of habits that we build for the outcome. And there are second kind of habits which are process oriented, which means I go to the gym because I love doing it and I love the process of doing it. So that's the kind of habits. Now let's talk about what's the secret to building habit that actually lasts. I would say there are 3 reasons we want to start a habit. One would be, let's say, an outcome based habit that we want to build. Let's say I want to run a marathon, so I'm going to practice every day to be fitter and be able to run longer and longer. And then once the day comes and do the marathon, I mean, the next day I'm not going to feel the energy and the motivation to be able to do that again, because I've achieved my goal. Like, the outcome has already been done. Like, so I'm not going to be able to do it again, because or I'll resort to my old habits. So that's the outcome based habits that may or may not last, or last until a certain point. Second is process based, where let's say I want to build a habit of going to the gym daily. I go to the gym. I've made the whole habit attractive by treating my brain or my body after it, and every time I do it, I reward myself with it, something interesting. And that's process based habits, where I treat myself and I love the whole grind. And the third thing that makes the whole habit loop last is the identity based habits, which makes let's say every day I tell myself I'm the person who stays fit, I'm the person who wakes up at 7 a.m. I'm the person who does this way, I'm the person who does it that way. So I'm going to be able to build an identity around the whole habit loop, and I'm going to be able to do it every day. Even if I skip one day, I'm going to come back to that habit the next day, because that's the person I am. And that's how we build habits. Not really how, but essentially the whole thing about habit is we want to build some, and the way we build it is by training our brain for the identity, the kind of person we are. And I think that's it for this video, and I hope you guys found some information from this video useful. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm just starting out with this self-development talk that I feel like I always needed and I've gained from the internet. I thought to share this with you, and if you guys like it, give me a thumbs up so I can continue doing this, and I'll see you in the next video.